Welcome to Abundance Recoded. This is a full transmission from Sapphire. Welcome, dear ones. Welcome back to the podcast. Hope you're having a great day. Today we want to talk about the moon in this corridor of time that you're in between now and the end of August. This is a great time on your planet. Many of you all get into the mood of this Lion's Gate energy, which runs from now until 8/8. But this time period in this year, 2026, is much different than it's been in the past. There are so many things changing within you, it's hard to keep track of. And it's causing many changes in your outside world, and it's causing confusion. So right now, we want you to come back to your breath. Put your hand on your chest if you can and just feel your breath. No matter what is happening inside of you or outside of you, your breath is always the constant. Always with you, always breathing, moment by moment. There is a great rebalancing happening on your planet during this corridor. Your world has been out of balance for centuries, if not millennia. But really the balance is within you. It's between the dark and the light, the good and the so-called bad, the feminine and the masculine, the yin and the yang. For centuries, parts of yourself have been submerged, pushed down into the depths so no one can see them, including you. And these parts of yourself are demanding to be seen. They will no longer stay quiet. They will no longer just sit back and watch. They will demand to be counted. On the moon on July 29th, the moon moved into Aquarius. On the opposite side of the earth was the sun sitting in 1 degree of Venus, the feminine. This caused a divine reckoning inside of you about whether you are in balance with your own masculine and feminine qualities. These qualities have nothing to do with gender. It does not matter whether you're male, female, it does not matter. You all have these qualities within you. They are, in essence, the soul's divine expression through the masculine and feminine. But your world teaches you a very lopsided masculine that isn't even in the energy of the divine. And because of this unbalance, the feminine is pushing up from the deep depths below, coming up to right the ship. This energy is fiery, powerful, and will not be contained. If you're feeling the pressure of feeling like something wants to be let out, know that this is the energy that's pushing from within. And while your mind, nervous system, body want to fight it, to try to keep it from being expressed, to being exposed, to being seen, know that soon that will not even be possible. This is what your soul came here for, to remember what it's like to be in balance and live in balance with the cosmos, from within, so without. The world that you see is in turmoil and chaos because it is out of balance with the universe. But it's out of balance from within, out of balance with your soul, out of balance with the masculine and feminine within. You need to allow yourself to remember what it's like to express her truth, her voice, what it is to deliver tough love. The days of the old feminine archetype of the soft, gentle goddess who tries to quiet and curtail her own voice, her own meaning for the comfort of others is diminishing. It's not that she's still not there. It's just that she's been quieted and soft so much that her whole role has been diminished. So the dark essence must return to rebalance. The dark is not evil. It is a story that has been told through time so that you will fear this part of yourself, that you will not allow yourself to access the true wisdom, power, and gifts that it holds. The dark goddess through time has been known as Eve, Lilith, Sekhmet, Kali, Hecate, and many others. Regardless of what archetype you connect to, it doesn't matter because your soul is still operating on its own design of this energy of what is the dark goddess. The dark goddess has been feared for centuries. You have many stories about her turmoil, her punishment, her exile. But because of the energy that's currently on your planet, the rise in evolution, the rise of frequency, that can no longer occur. Because part of this energy is you remembering that you are the authority, the one and only authority from the soul aspect. That you create your reality and that no one else has a say over what happens to you or doesn't. It is how you are designed from your soul's aspect. The human lives with this idea that the outside world is its authority, its taskmaster, its punisher. And the human moves through that world hoping and praying that someone will see it and give it its moment of fame, or its moments of peace, or a moment of abundance. And while humans can very much find abundance and peace and freedom from that aspect, that's not what is happening during your time on this planet. The energy is rising. As the energy rises, you remember your authority. You remember that the divine spark lives within you, within your feminine. And while there are many out there who will tell you that creativity is something to be avoided, and we find it far interesting that many women will deny that they're creative to their death, and that men, for the most part, will not touch it either because of your world telling you that there's no point in creativity and that only certain people are creative or that you can't make money from being creative. And we would like to remind you that if you are not creative, you would not exist. You are the essence of creation, the essence of creativity. You cannot be anything else. If you've ever solved a problem, if you've ever planned your day, if you've ever goal set, if you've ever dreamed about what your goal will bring you, guess what? You are being creative. Every time you make a meal, every time you play a game, every time you read a book, every time you write, draw, every time you go out in nature, every time you drive, you're being creative. There's not a moment of your existence where you are not creative. It is a myth. Stop resisting it. Own it. It is part of your authority. When you remember that your creativity is your life force, things change because you stop trying to fight this idea that you are creative and that you're just some static, man-made, controlled aspect of yourself. That control is what weighs you down. It prevents you from allowing the true creativity that your soul is pumping through you to come into reality, to have the life that you actually want. It is within your control. And as this dark feminine comes online, as you remember her and how to express her in your own way, you will be forced to tap into this potential and creativity within you. This is what she lives for. She lives for that full expression of herself as soul. Bringing in new possibilities, new experiences, new levels of abundance, freedom, peace, joy, happiness is all within her. But because she's been so bastardized through time, through stories and histories, that she's become like a hot stove, where you're taught from a young age to never touch it because it will burn you. And it's kept you away from her. And every time the essence of her tries to rise in you, you find your mind and your nervous system finds a way to push it down because she is not safe. You have to fit in, belong at all costs, status quo, to be safe. You can't show that you're creative. You can't stand in your power because someone will think that you're too much, or that you take up too much space, or that your power isn't worthy. But you do not need permission from anybody to hold the power of this essence of the feminine. She rises within you, pushing through, wanting to come out. And with it, she comes with your soul. She does not come separate. She is part of you. She is adventurous. She is joyful. She likes to swing from the high tops of the trees. She wants to experience adventure, expansion, experiences. But she will also not stay quiet, sit still. She's not here to fight anyone. She's not here to placate anyone's stories. She's here to write her own story and create from there. This is who your soul is. This is what it is to remember what your soul is like when it's in balance within. And when you come into balance within, your outside world starts to balance. Because the outside world is thus a projection of the inside world. This desire for more is just this desire to remember balance. In balance, abundance is free-floating, unlimited. Joy, experience, freedom, peace, all are just there in the energy of balance. This week will challenge you to find that balance within. Much of what you have found safety in the years past or weeks past or months past may feel fairly shaky right now. And it is by design, because none of those things are really in alignment with your soul or how this feminine essence integrates into your life. She will no longer settle for less. She will no longer settle for the cards that she's dealt. She will no longer settle for what other people tell her that she has to, because she's not good enough for anything else. She will call BS. She will rebel against it, knowing that that is not the truth anymore. And be honest with yourself. Can you feel this riling of energy inside of you, wanting to press out, to say no more? That I know I'm worth more. I know I'm capable of more. I have more potential. I have more growth, more experiences than I want to experience in this current life is giving me. So this week's energy will rock you. And depending on where you are on your path, it may rock more than others. There's no comparison here. How you each experience this is by your design. Allow yourself to move with it. Recognize where your soul and this feminine essence inside of you is trying to tell you where you're out of alignment, not just with your soul and its expression of life, but where you're out of balance between your dark, light, feminine, masculine. We recognize that these patterns might be hard for some of you to recognize, but if you are having that trouble, you can ask your soul essence, your authentic self, higher self, to give you more detail, to give you more focused thoughts or ideas so that you can see it clearer. You don't just have to struggle through it, wondering why the universe is doing it to you. It's not really doing it to you. It's trying to get you to wake up to where you're still giving your power away to outside sources, whether it's for money or joy or just moments of joy or love. Where are you still giving your power away? Where are you waiting for someone else to find you, to give you something, to bring you an opportunity, the money? Where are you placing blame on others? Or those that you're angry at is a great way to see this. Because that trigger is because your soul is trying to show you where you're out of balance. And the answer is not outside of you, it's within. Coming home and finding the balance of expression inside yourself. Balance with the feminine and the masculine. That fiery energy of creation. Your ideas that you get every day, whether you hear them or not, they are coming in. Your feminine receives them and plays with them, imagines what it will bring you, creates a story around it. And this feminine energy that's rising to the surface of this dark energy is really just the void. You all existed in the womb before being fully expressed adult. In the womb, it's dark. It's the void of creation. She is the spark of existence. She takes what your feminine has been playing with and uses that creative force to create the vision. And then the masculine takes that from her and manifests it into reality. But your world teaches forcing, pushing, begging, throwing spaghetti at the wall, never coming back to the feminine and allowing her to be the guiding force as to what is actually manifested into your life. This window that you're in will push you to see where you are still giving your power away, still trying to get something from something outside yourself that you didn't create and don't have the rules for, and choose to come back and remember that your soul is the ultimate authority, and remember how to connect with that creative energy and start to just play with it. That's all we're asking for. You do not have to make any big moves. You just need to choose to change course. To choose to move with the energy of your soul, expressing it as it sees fit, knowing and doing so that everything that you want will come, but also allowing yourself to play with this creative energy within. If you need help with this, you can schedule a call with Tammy. She can help you get you back to this balance. The quicker you get back to this balance, the quicker you will get to this knowing inside of yourself that life is supposed to be more. It is, but you cannot find it outside of yourself. It is within. And if you're not ready for that and you're a woman, you can join the Abundance Recoded School membership, where she will be doing an event to help you really step into this raw power of the feminine, to draw to you the money, the partners, the opportunities, the experiences that will set your soul on fire. But you have to take the first step. You have to choose to stop trying to fight the system to just get a crumb, and choose to remember what it is to move with your soul, as your soul was designed to be given it all. You get to have it. It is your choice. There is not a right or wrong choice, but the energy you're currently in, this is the ask. This is it for today. We will talk soon. Bye for now.